Hello, legends. Welcome to the show. Memsie Stakes Day, boys. Sam Wood, Lloydy, BJ. Huge Group 1 coming up this weekend, the Memsie Stakes. Over 1,400 metres at Caulfield, 750k on the line. Weight for age. What a race it shapes up to be. A field of 11 with 10 of those already Group 1 winners in their own rights. 25 Group 1 wins between them in this field. There's been some champions win this over the years. Far Lap had to really blow the dust off the history pages to find the Far Lap. 1931. Obviously more recently. Manicato, Naturalism, Sunline, back-to-back, Maccabi Diva, Weekend Hustler, BJ, So You Think, and Atlantic Jewel. A few favourites amongst them, fellas. A few of our favourites.
Yeah, great race, fellas, and great history. Like, go back a little bit further. Maccabi Diva, El Segundo, Miss Finland, Weekend Hustler, So You Think. I know you said a few of those, but Atlantic Jewel.
She was a star.
Some good ones. Some good ones have won this. Boban.
Yeah, few proper horses. Like, a lot of, like, it's laid the platform for a lot of big spring carnivals as well, the Memsie. Like, obviously, it's that sort of race earlier in the carnival where you don't always get the best horse win it, but like the Memsie, like, I think the best horse usually wins this race. Like, those names, like, I was going back having a look at Atlantic Jewel last night. Like, what a start. Like, I think she went into this race like 18 months between runs. Like, she hadn't raced since April the year before.
Right.
And rocked up there first up and just towed them up. And
Yeah,
then,
she bolted in.
Yeah.
She was only beaten once?
Yeah, by It's a Done Deal.
Done deal,
in
yeah.
like an Underwood or something by 0.1
Yeah, I
of a
remember.
length. Like, and then she won the Caulfield Stakes, and then that was it. Like, she won 10 of 11. Like, superstar. So You Think he was a bit the same. He won his first Cox Plate as a 3-year-old the spring prior. Then he got beaten in the Emirates, and then we didn't see him again for like from November till late August kind of thing. And he returned in the Memsie and won, and then went on and won his next Cox Plate and just missed in it. Well, ran third in a Melbourne Cup. So yeah, great race. This year's field, awesome. Like,
Yeah, so good.
Like, there's so many angles as well. Like, you know, you've got Mr. Brightside returning off a couple of poor trials. Like, Fangirl dodged the wet track in Sydney last week, and it looks like we're going to get a wet track this week. Another Will. Like, it's a cracker. Can't wait.
Antino.
Yeah. Queensland form. Like, I think he might be second line of betting in a Cox Plate, like off that Doomben Cup win.
Yeah.
He won the Toorak here at Caulfield last year by the length of the straight. So
A lot of good horses won it in the past, and they've obviously gone on to they would have had good springs. We spoke about that last week, even with the Winks.
yeah,
You know, I think we rolled off 3 that won it and then won Horse of the Year.
yeah.
So it's good. It's good that we get straight into it. Like, it's not, you know, just a few little, you know, boring
Yeah.
Group 1s.
Yeah, it's
Good
not like
horses straight away.
Yeah, exactly. So good.
I don't know why, but it sort of dropped off in the last 10 years, this race.
Yeah,
It's probably because Sydney Carnival is so strong now. But, like, previously to that,
sort of like to 2015 around.
it was a
yeah.
good indicator of who was going to win the Cox Plate potentially.
Yeah,
Like, so many horses won this race and then went on to win the Cox Plate in the same year. But the last 10 years, I'd suggest it's dropped off. But it seems to be back.
yeah.
This year, it's a real race.
It definitely
it's a real
is.
race.
Yeah, there's sort of a few years like there where like Snap Dancer won it, Behemoth won
Back Snap Dancer.
back to back. Yeah, and they were just sort of like the horses that they had the run under their belt a lot. I think they might have all come through with like the Spring Stakes in South Australia, and like they just had the hop on those better horses kind of thing, and they went forward. So maybe that's worth noting. You know, when it comes to doing the form for this race, the map horses and maybe horses with a run under their belt. But yeah, it's a cracker.
Yeah, absolutely. So as the market sits, Another Will is our current favourite at $4.20. Treasure the Moment, $5. Mr. Brightside, $5.50 with Fangirl. Antino, $6. Tom Kidden, $8.50. The rest at double figure odds. And Lloydy, we spoke about our If you missed last week's episode, our Group 1 rollover selections, I might bring it up a little bit later in the show, but last week you said Treasure the Moment will go through the spring unbeaten. She's drawn barrier 1 here. She's currently $5. Happy with that?
Yeah, I'd like a little bit more meat on the bone price-wise, but I think the draw's nice. She's just going to land in the first 4 or 5, I would suspect, and like she's going to probably have the map advantage on a few of her key rivals, and I think there's solid tempo in the race. Like Another will go forward. Is it me will go forward? Mr. Brightside's always thereabouts, so she'll get a nice little cut into it. Hopefully the fence isn't cactus, like wet track Caulfield sometimes can be the case, which could be the knock. But I loved her jump out last week. I think she might have had it just before we did last week's show, so I might have touched on it last week. But yeah, this will be for 9 wins in a row, and if she goes through the spring unbeaten, she'll be looking at 13 or 14 straight. Like, we're getting into pretty uncharted waters there if she can do it. But yeah, I think she can win, and if she does, well, look out Via Sistina.
First bet, you overtake me with the price.
Yeah, exactly.
Took unders too.
We'll see. What sort of track are we going to be playing with?
I think we're going to probably be at least a 6, probably a 7.
Pending tomorrow. It seems that there's a little bit of rain about today, not much, but 7 to 20 predicted tomorrow, and then
Friday.
Rain on race day 1 to 8. So
20's a
we're
lot.
going to be on worse than a 6, I would suggest. If they get all that, I think
if they get all of it, we're on a heavy 8, heavy 9.
Yeah,
just
potentially.
about. So
potentially, especially if rain falls on race day. There doesn't seem to be too much speed, Lloydy. Maybe it's the mappers that are backing Treasure at the moment, because she can potentially take up the running. Here to shock. We'll go forward. Mr. Brightside will put himself into the race. So yeah, maybe it's the mappers that are backing Treasure at the moment. I think it's a pretty even race. I don't think Another Will's at his best on rain-affected ground. Like, that theory isn't completely proven yet because he hasn't had too much exposure to it. But I don't think that he's at his best. Mr. Brightside loves it wet. He had every possible chance when Another Will had his back first up last preparation and got over the top of him. So I think Another Will's a better horse than Mr. Brightside, who's in a downward spiral on his career, and that's no knock on the horse because he's a very good horse, but he's an 8-year-old now, so we have seen the best of him. Antino, he's going to be better suited over further. Fangirl, as the track deteriorates, her chances will reduce, so if we're on a soft 6, she can potentially still win the race. I think she's the best 1,400 metre horse in the race, but is she going to get track conditions to suit? And if we are on a 7, she'll be there.
Yeah.
But a heavy 8, I would say that potentially she comes out on race morning.
Right, okay.
I think Tom Kitten is the one. I know that he's got a long preparation ahead of him and he'll have bigger goals than this, but he's a relatively good fresh horse. He should have beat Mr. Brightside first up last preparation. He was badly held up, only got clear in the final furlong, and it's not hard to make an argument that he should have beat him. He beat him in the All-Star Mile, and then he went on to run third behind Via Sistina and the horse of William Haggis's Due by Honour in the Queen Elizabeth. So that's real form. First up for the new stable. They'll want to make an impression. Trial was good. Same trial as Treasure at the moment. I think both trials potentially. But yeah, I think that he'll be giving him a start, but I think at about that $8 quote, he's a good gamble.
Yeah, I like that. Like, they're the 2 horses that I would like to back. So
I was keen on Fangirl, and I was going to ask you, where's the line, or you think, well, we'll draw that line and withdraw if they're sitting at a heavy 8 on Saturday morning?
Well, I don't really know what other options that maybe he needs to get this run into. I don't know.
They withdrew last week for the same reason.
Send her around in the Moya next Saturday over 1,000, just paid barrier trial in a Group 1.
Well, there was a little bit of speculation that Lady Shannon Dole was going to go there, but Waller paid to that and said no. Manikato Stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to stick with Fangirl. If she's scratched, I don't know how that really affects our Group 1.
Well, you just get no points.
no points.
So that's
No, I get another selection.
I'm not sure. Not sure about that.
I can't
you
help
have
the
to take that into
scratching.
account.
Bit of prior planning.
Well, I mean, we can go to the leaderboard now if you want to.
Or you can take a safer option, one that might actually be there.
You get the sub.
Oh, look, I think Fangirl will be there. What, like you said, what are they going to do?
They got a runner.
Keep her under wraps and
Yeah.
go another fortnight from here.
Yeah, like 7 stakes or
And I
something
think
like
she's
that.
here. I think she's there now, isn't she, as well?
Yeah, she went down.
She's
last
down
week.
there, yeah.
So
Yeah, so we'll be keeping track of these Group 1 tips in our Group 1 tipping comp or our. We're going to come up with a better name for the tournament because there's other bits and
any
pieces
sponsors
in
want to
there.
get on board and sponsor the leaderboard?
Sponsor the leaderboard.
Like
We got a
the,
few little, few
So like
interesting
the
things
NRL,
planned.
like is it like the Bailey's
Bailey's ladder. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
VB or
No, Bailey's is a ladder.
Is a ladder,
You're thinking of the
not the
alcoholic
Irish
milk
cream.
drink. I knew that's where your head went straight away.
I don't think it did.
This week. So who's leading the Kahlua ladder?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this week I'm leading, thanks to Via Sistina winning the Wink Stakes last week. And, well, she was phenomenal. She was absolutely phenomenal. I felt that was the hardest test, and she definitely cleared it with flying colours and huge runs from both of your selections. Gringotts loomed. I think he ended up in 4th or 5th.
5th, I think. He was there to
maybe.
win, but he wasn't good enough, like Blake alluded to.
He wasn't good enough. I think
Aliana was huge.
Sistina was the third best run in the race, even though she won it. But
Well, who was the best run? Aliana was huge. Is she the one to follow out of that race?
yeah, two, Aliano and Chow Wolf. I think if either of those two land in front of Via Sistina in the run, both of them were sort of slow out. And Aliana saved ground, potentially in worse going than Via Sistina. She was there to beat her, though, so Via lifted, and James alluded to that after the race, that she was always going to do that. Like if didn't matter how good Aliana went, that Via Sistina had more up her sleeve. But whether or not that's true or not, I'm not sure. But Chow Wolf, Schofield.
I didn't think that. I was clenching butt as Aliana was coming up on the inside.
I thought I had you. I really did.
Yeah.
I thought I had you. But
I did too,
yeah,
to be honest.
Chow Wolf, he didn't save ground. He went to the outside and he hit the line really strong. So he's in for a good prep too.
He was a short lister for me, like for one to follow. I thought Via Sistina was probably the more calculated
Yeah.
selection. But where do you think? What's Charles' kind of
He'll try and
intent is?
he'll try and defend his crown in the King Charles, I'd say.
Yes.
Yeah, they'd go there again. I think they've already said that. So that sort of path there.
Mm.
And then maybe a race at Flemington over Cup week.
It's hard to say, like, follow Aliana because she probably is going to run into Via Sistina the whole way through.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's probably too much between them in the Cox Plate market because
There wasn't much between
there wasn't
them
much
on
between them on Saturday, and
Yeah.
grand final day, Aliana should be spot on.
If you're not following us on the Betfair app, now is the time to do it. We went 3 from 3 at Eagle Farm last Saturday, boys. 2 black bookers and the lay of the day went pop. Just search the leg up on the Betfair Australia app, turn your notifications on, and click follow.
Easy.
Simple as that. Now, boys, we mentioned last week that we are going to be keeping track of a bit of a leaderboard. You're going to get points for tipping Group 1 winners, winning table tennis in the office, and we're also going to start some little games in the podcast. So this week we're going to kick off a new one called Trackside or Outside. There's 5 questions, and basically it's as simple as I'm going to give you a name. You tell me if that person or name is a trackside person or a semi-famous person from outside the racing world. 5 questions. You get a point if you get it right. And you've got to get 6 points between you to deny me from getting a point, because obviously I'm not playing, but
Right.
I've still
You
got to
know
have a
them all
little
anyway.
chance of getting a point. So
So hold on. He's designed the game where he still could get a point.
No, it's unlikely that he's going to get a point because
Yeah.
we get two answers per question,
Yeah.
and we've got to get 6.
6 between
Yeah.
us. So it's essentially if they're a racing participant
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, I'll give you the two options basically of what they are. So let's kick it off.
All right. Game face.
Yep. First one, Maddie Mankello. She the runner-up on season 3 of Australian Survivor or a Queensland apprentice jockey.
Maddie and Callow.
I think she's on Survivor.
Well, yeah, I would think she's Survivor too.
Okay. We'll go to question 2. We'll come back. We'll do all the answers at the end.
Okay. I like this.
Yep. Iran Kunda. Surname of...
Sorry?
Iran Kunda.
How do you spell that?
IRAN.
I meant the last name.
KUNDA.
Okay, go, yeah.
The surname of a Socceroos Ford or the 5th place getter in the 2010 South Australian Derby.
As a jockey or a trainer or
The horse.
Aaron Kunda.
Iran Kunda. Yep.
I'm going to say it's a horse.
I'm going to say the outside.
You're on a Socceroos.
I'm on track side.
Brent Owens. He won season 6 of MasterChef, or he's a hobby trainer out of Victoria.
Hobby trainer.
I'll go Master Chef.
Question 4. Tim Hale. He played the role of Toby in The Office, or is he the newly elected chairman of the Australian Turf Club?
I'm going to go The Office.
I'm going the office too.
Finally, Luca Remenday. He's the drummer for American rock band Santana, or he's a heavyweight jumps jockey.
Say his name again?
Luca Remenday.
I think he's a jumps jockey.
I'm going to say... Wait, Santana. Wasn't he just a guitarist, that dude?
Not sure.
Do you remember?
Wait, so he was the drummer
Yeah,
of Santana.
Santana.
Was
I'm
he
going to say that. I'm going to say that. I reckon I've got that.
Was he that guy that used to go, Santana, hey?
No, he goes, and then Carlos Santana. Well, that's that one song. But yeah, maybe do that. My old man used to listen to him.
All right.
All right, come on, listen. I reckon I've got this.
Okay, first one.
First one again.
Give us the spiel. Like, what were they?
Yeah,
what was the spiel again? So,
So Maddie Mankello.
Yeah.
Was she the runner-up on season 3 of Australian Survivor or Queensland apprentice jockey?
both went.
I
Survivor.
said Survivor.
Yeah.
Yep. She rode four winners on the first day of the season.
Fuck.
Okay,
So
so
she's a
that's wrong.
jockey. Yep. Iran Kunda, surname of a Socceroos Ford or the 5th place getter in the 2010 South Australian Jockey
said,
Derby.
Socceroo.
You said Socceroo. You said horse.
Horse.
Just signed for Watford in the championship. So he
As
is-
what?
As a Socceroos.
Oh, okay. Damn it. Okay. So you got one.
Brent Owens won MasterChef season 6 or hobby trainer in Victoria. Blake, you said trainer.
Hobby.
You said
I've got this
MasterChef.
one.
He won MasterChef season 6.
Okay, one
Yep.
all.
Tim Hale played Toby in The Office or the newly elected chairman of the ATC.
Both said The Office.
Yeah,
Both
it's
said
The
The
Office.
Office.
We're
It's looking
right.
good for me because he's just got the job as the ATC chairman.
They don't both have the same name.
No.
All right. Okay. We're wrong then.
And
Last one.
Luca Remenday, drummer for American rock band Santana or heavyweight jumps jockey. I think you said jockey. You said
Yeah, I'm
drummer.
right.
Jockey.
Oh,
Had two
I was
right.
a-
I
was-
won, but he gets the
I'm
points.
getting the points because you have had a strip out.
not enough questions. Should be best of 10.
We could have a whole 15. Part 2 of this podcast could just be
We will fix that game for next time. You should give the answer because we've just wasted another 2 minutes.
okay.
Give the answer.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
We're-
then
we're
I get a
learning as
feel
we
for
go.
how I'm going as well.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah,
thought I was
okay.
going to be
No,
like
that-
4 from 4.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Noted. Good to know. You're like
That's good to know.
happy to improve.
I think I've got this
I
sorted
will
now.
strip fitter for the run and I'll
It's
be
how
second
you
up.
ask the question too. I reckon you give away the answer.
Do I?
Yeah, actually not too much because I only got one, but that one you gave it away. That one you gave it away, I reckon.
The MasterChef question.
Yeah,
I thought you were just a
knew.
foodie.
Yeah, I knew it. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Oh, you'll never get.
No, I'll never
Who's
get
India?
glowing reports, but that's all right.
All right, let's do a best bet of the day for Saturday. This is going to be an early send, but are we able to put a lay of the day out? Like, it might not be our video Betfair lay of the day, but it will
we'll
be
go
one
with
of
it.
our lay
It's the
of the day.
Betfair lay of the day, and it will be the video.
Okay,
Unless it gets scratched.
this is good.
Yes. Yeah, so we're going to go down to Caulfield. Race number 7. Horse number 6 is a Rastro. We're going to lay the Queensland Sprinter in the Heath.
Yep.
Now, his last start, he was beaten 0.1 of a length by Jolie Star in a Group 1 Kingsford Smith Cup, but he had track favours that day. She got a long way back, and he was up on speed in an on-speed dominated race outside of that Star mare. So I think there's plenty of tempo here drawn inside him. He's drawn barrier 12 out in the cheap seats around Caulfield. It's going to probably be a heavy track. He's none from 3 on that sort of going. There's good speed, like I mentioned. I think it could just be a bit of a carve up in front. And I like a few of the horses that can just sit in behind, like Outback Miss, who goes like a bit of a jet on a wet track. She's bulletproof.
Yeah.
Arkansas Kid. So I'm happy to take on Zarastro. I just don't think he's as good as some of those horses on the wet track from the wide draw.
Zarastro.
Do you remember when I used to have the hotline to Tony Gollan?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I don't. I remember us laughing a lot about it, but I don't remember what was funny about it.
Oh,
But I know I'm a very funny guy, but
Naturally.
I don't remember what was funny about it. But
yeah, you used to call Golan. It was when you and me and Pat used to do the show, and you used to call Golan all the time.
Yeah.
Don't he? Like, it wouldn't be like we'd be moving on to another part and he'd just cut us off because he's on the phone. He used to get us, though.
Funny.
I remember that.
Very funny, yeah.
Have you got a tip for us? Funny guy?
Yeah. Yep. Rosehill race 9. I think it's a meeting that is going to throw up a few iffy results, this one, because we've been on really heavy surfaces and we're back to a drier surface. So it's not a meeting that I'm at all confident in. But I think this horse at around $31 is a good gamble. So Rosehill race 9, number 20, State of America. He's still got to get into the field. I thought he was really good first up. That was on a heavy deck at Rosehill over 1,400 metres. He usually resumes over 1,400 metres, but he sort of got back. He was on heels, shuffled back, in limited room, still managed to hit the line well. Second up last preparation, he should have won. He did bounce to 1,800 metres, but then third up, he was 1,800 metres back to 1,600 metres, and he got the better of Bear on the Loose with the race shape against. So he come from behind him to beat him. So this horse is $31. He's got 53.5 on his back. I'm pretty confident if Bear on the Loose was in this race, he'd be relatively firm in the market. So I think he's a good gamble.
Lovely.
$31. So.
Yeah. I'm not going to go.
Nice.
I'm not going to go as wide as that. In fact, quite the opposite. But I'm going to go the race prior at Rosehill, the San Domenico. A good race. Race 8 at Rosehill, horse number 7, Raging Force. I think he's the real deal. This bloke. He was really heavily supported on debut in the Breeders' Plate, but he failed. And then he had a long break. First up in June at Musselbrook, he just went out there, bolted in, got the kill. Then he was a big winner on the Kenzo track by 4 lengths. Then he went to Rosehill, this track and trip, early in July, and again just bolted in. The second horse gapped the third horse that day. Loved his recent barrier trial. I think he's just got the residual fitness to sort of beat those, not necessarily better 2-year-olds, but better credentialed 2-year-olds like Woden, who comes through a Golden Slipper and a Sires, even King of Pop, a really good trialer. Rivellino's here, the Blue Diamond winner, Devil Knight. So, we've got some good horses that had good 2-year-old form. But, yeah, with that residual fitness on his side, he's got good racing pattern. He can go forward. He doesn't necessarily have to lead. They rode him quiet in that trial and he finished off really well. But, yeah, I think he can win this. And it wouldn't shock me if he's the Golden Rose winner in a couple of weeks.
That would shock me because I think 1,400 metres is a question mark for him. But it wouldn't shock me if he comes out and wins really well. This is his first go behind 1,100 metres and he gets an Everest slot.
Yeah.
Because I'd be looking outside I'd be
obvious.
looking for a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
For this Everest because you need something out of the box to beat this horse that's coming over Kaying Rising. This bloke's, we know that 3-year-olds have won the race before and performed really well in the race, and he seems like a sprinting 3-year-old.
He does, yeah.
Well, off the back of that, we've always been very bullish on talking Everest nice and early.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, Autumn Glow kicked off her spring in style with a big win in the toy show. There's been plenty of chatter about where Chris Waller goes with her this spring, the Epsom, into the Golden Eagle. Look, the most likely targets for her, but there's a bit of chatter around about her going to a Cox Plate or even the Everest. So it kind of, as we're discussing this, it got us thinking, if you had an Everest slot right now and had to choose your runner today, who would you be taking, Nick?
Well, I'm going to go with my Queensland Stradbroke bias, and like the Stradbroke's been a good race for the Everest the last few years. Think about it. Did the double. Bella Nipotina narrowly beat it in the Stradbroke last year. She went and won the Everest. So I'm going to take War Machine. He'd be the horse I put in. He won the Stradbroke, went 3 from 3 at the back end of last preparation. He's favourite for the Manikato in a couple of weeks. So if he were to come out and win a Manikato, I'd be very confident that I've got a horse that can maybe not win the Everest, because I think Karyung Rising's just about to put in take-out job. But, for second place prize money, War Machine's my horse.
Could have guessed one. You got a minute to give us one.
I'll take Raging Force.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Good.
Jolie Star.
Jolie Star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favourite in the race last year.
Yeah.
Should have probably nearly won it.
Yeah, we were talking about this last week. I thought Jolie Star, so we need to see what she does. But, yeah, good stuff. Good show, fellas. I hope your punters are listening and enjoying it, and make sure you're giving us a follow on your podcast app. Good numbers on Spotify. Lots of followers on Spotify and Apple, so make sure you're getting involved. And, good luck this weekend. Enjoy the punt and make sure you do it responsibly. Hooroo.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.